Hey everybody, so it's been some time since I made a last video. I would say probably about a month and a half to 2 months, so apologize for my absence, but I've had a good amount of things happening in the lawn. I just wanted to give kind of a fall update before we get into winter and finish out this season. So a couple things that I want to talk through. I could show you the finished product of my front renovation where I top filled with sand and dirt and then threw a bunch of seed down. It came out really well. Then I can also show you the backyard, which that was new sod, so it had a lot of weeds that came up in it, which was surprising actually, but it was pretty filled with crabgrass. So I went ahead and did, I think, 3 or 4 rounds of tenacity. In the middle of those rounds, I was calling the manufacturer just to make sure that I wasn't over applying. But after that 3rd or 4th round, it really toasted all of it. So I could show you that and then just kind of show you how the lawn looks overall. So let's take a look. So let's rewind really quick and look what I did about 2 months ago. So the lawn was not flat, and eventually if I want to real mow, I just wouldn't enjoy it. So I bought sand and dirt mix. I flattened the lawn. As you can see here, we were just dumping it in wheelbarrows, and then I used this lawn leveling tool and really worked it into the ground, into the grass. Part of that grass was just completely covered by the soil sand mix that it just wasn't going to grow. So regardless, I overseeded it, but I really overseeded some areas heavily, and it ended up coming through. It took about a month though, which was surprising because I was overseeding with ryegrass, and I thought that would grow quicker, but for it to really kind of fill in and look good and look more mature, it took about a month. At the end of that month, it still just wasn't very full. It was, very patchy. You could see spots of the grass that had just, little bits of dirt. So another month, which is today, it's filled in more. I'm still not happy with it. It's gonna need, the spring to really kick in and grow, but it looks way, way better than it did 2 months ago. So here's kind of how it looks now. So I want to show you the update. I have kind of before and afters from a month ago, then you guys saw about 2 months ago until now. So here's what we're looking like. I've got a really dark green up from the iron that I can show you in a little bit in this video, but it looks super flat from the leveling, and I got a really nice green up from the iron and fertilizer. And over on this side, it's actually even a little bit darker green. So I'm really happy with it. So how did I get that dark green up? Well, yeah, I used fertilizer, just standard Scott's, which I don't like because it's not natural, it's synthetic, but I did need that boost. But the main way I got it is with just a chelated liquid iron, which is right here. I got this giant jug, which is 2.5 gallons from a Site 1 landscape supply. And I read on lawn forums that, yeah, there's other chelated irons online, but you pay up for them. So this one from Site 1 was like $40. And I've done probably 4 applications at half the dose, and I'm still more than 3/4 full with it. So I can get a full season, maybe 2 out of this with the rate I use it. Highly recommended, and it really did green things up, and it just kind of takes a lawn that looks like it's kind of hungry, and even if you give it some fertilizer, it just really isn't greening up. It really brings it to the next level. So now I want to take you to the backyard, where I know I explained it earlier, but I had a really bad weed problem with this new sod, which was really surprising and a little frustrating, but I had to use multiple tenacity applications. It worked. So in back, I could show you the positive results I got from that. And also a problem that I think a lot of people will see in their lawn is the grass isn't growing right. And that's due to an aeration problem, which I have really terrible compacted soil back there that's just making things not grow at all. So let's take a look at that. So The backyard looks good. There's literally no more weeds, but in certain areas that are very, very light yellow, like over here, right in here, and then right in here, are super, super hard. And the grass just will not grow compared to here, where if you get closer, I haven't cut this in 2 weeks because there's not really any point, but some patches here, it grows a lot. So if I take a screwdriver and I try to stick it in the ground where the grass is growing here, it goes in, no real problem. I have to give it a little push, but not too bad. In here, I could step on the screwdriver and it won't go in. Same with these yellow areas. So I have not cut this, like I said, in 2, maybe 3 weeks. This is my 3rd week, and this is how tall the grass is. It just really is not growing at all. So I am gonna need to aerate this in the beginning of March, let it grow, and then start really feeding. Well, that's pretty much my update for the last 2 months. I appreciate the people who have subscribed to this channel, which is 8 more than I thought would subscribe ever. I'm really excited to see what next spring will look like. I'm actually gonna have a video next week. It's something I've been waiting a long time for, but yes, I'm trying to turn this front lawn into something I could real mow with, and I did pull the trigger on a Swardman Edwin reel mower, which I'm so excited for. It gets here hopefully next week, so I'm gonna do an unboxing video, and then I'm gonna have a lot more videos on how this lawn is gonna look, which is gonna be that turf look, which is something I've been going for the last really year. I've been wanting it, so I'm gonna have more videos on it, and hopefully some people will find this interesting and helpful. So thanks for tuning in. More to come, and I'll hopefully see you soon.